Welcome to another episode of Polite for What? I'm Rhea.
And I'm Neat the Great.
And welcome to episode 2. We back with it again for another
Well,
week. If you like our content, like, subscribe, share. Make sure you get everybody to tune in, tell a friend to tell a friend. So follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube. Our Instagram is polite for what _sports. And we have the same handle on YouTube as well.
yes.
So
And comment for sure. That's going to keep us in the algorithm, making sure we're going to be reaching a larger platform and a larger audience as well.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so we have a rundown. We have a long list of things to talk about this week. So the first thing we're gonna hop into, it's kind of somewhat of I can't say like a recap of the Super Bowl, but there's a couple of things that came out this week. I'm sure everybody's seen. The 49ers came out and said they did not know the rules. Um, that's the reason. That's the reason why they took the ball instead of kicking it off. They said they had no clue what the rules were.
Yeah,
So, how you feel about that?
man, when you lose,
You gotta find
Wait,
every reason why you lost instead of winning.
yeah, it's always the reason why you lost. And I had their ass on, they would have never said any of that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
They would
I,
have knew the rules then.
yeah, and this is the sad reality. I feel like that was a little bit of they want somebody to have sympathy with their loss. Like it's cool, bro.
Right.
Like we heard the referee give the rules before y'all decided y'all was gonna take the ball before the coin toss. So y'all knew exactly what it was before you took the ball. Now, not only did y'all just take the ball, y'all took the ball, got held, took three, and
Mhm.
then y'all defense and hold. So I think that's gonna take us into the next topic. You
But no, wait. Before we go to that, but
elephant in
this
the
is
room.
my thing though. If y'all feel like y'all didn't know the rules, why y'all didn't run out on the field when y'all kicked the field goal?
Hey, come on, man. You know,
Why nobody ran out on the field? Y'all said y'all knew y'all won.
right.
Why nobody ran out on the field? That's what I want to know. Y'all said y'all didn't know the rules. Y'all should have been celebrating when y'all kicked that field goal. Nobody ran on the field, so
I'm telling you, they
I'm
lying.
calling cap. Y'all lying. Y'all knew exactly what the rules were, and y'all just
Yeah,
let Patrick Mahomes do what he do. I'm calling BS. I'm sorry.
yeah. You got to. You got to go and pull that card. Them boys said that they didn't know the game was over.
It's crazy
Yep.
because it's like you telling me it's 53 people on their roster and nobody on the sideline,
It's,
no assistant coach,
it's
nobody knew what the rules were. Come on, I'm not believing that.
since they knew the rules, how we knew the rules, because we heard the rules.
And
Now,
look, I don't play football and I know the rules.
yeah, I
How
knew the
as
rules.
a regular person I know the rules and y'all don't? Y'all
Yeah.
do this for a living.
Now I get it though. Now this is the truth. In the regular season, it is
It's sudden
sudden death.
death. Yeah, it is sudden death.
I get that. But in the regular season, it's also if you kick a field goal, it's not sudden death. You can't
Yeah,
kick a field goal
everybody
no
gets to
more.
possess.
They still get a chance to possess it. Now, if you score,
Mm-hmm.
game over. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
maybe that's what they thought. But even then, like you said, if y'all thought y'all won, I ain't see a goddamn scarlet gold jersey run of the field.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? So you know how it is. Like I said before, I think it's just a whole lot of sympathy that they was looking for within their L, which is cool. You know what I mean? We all lose, and when we lose, the shit don't feel good. You know, that's just the harsh reality. And then you lose on the biggest stage and everything, and you got a lot of guys who who are big on their pride with that team. You know, Debo's and Trent Williams. You know, a lot of these guys are the veteran guys, and they really had a big part of why they were there, playing through injuries and things like that. So whenever you do fall short to what we, label as the baby goat, of course, it's going to be an excuse. It's always going to be an excuse. Hell, I watched 10 videos, not that's no exaggeration, of 49er fans and sports anchor people like go over the topic of Bosa got held all night.
Right.
Hey, that's a part of the game. Michael Parsons is getting held. Nobody said nothing.
Right.
Let's not make it a situation of who's being held and who's not. Because when you're great, you're going to get held. When you're great, you're going to get double teamed. When you're great, you're going to get chipped. When you're great, people are going to focus on you. You are going to be the focal point of that defense. Whenever Donovan McNabb, what was I even trying to say? Aaron Donald get held. nobody says nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When Nick Bosa gets held, nobody says nothing. When Joey Bosa gets held, nobody says nothing. So it's the same thing. JJ Watt was getting held for years in Houston, but what can we do?
Right.
Nothing.
I just
So
think that people be looking for a scapegoat to when they lose, and that's a perfect segue.
yeah,
They fired Steve Wilkes.
they did.
Their defensive coordinator, they fired him, got rid of him. For whatever reason, I feel like they played some outstanding defense, and I don't understand like why would you fire somebody that had y'all defense looking good? Like to me, that doesn't make any sense. But like I said, somebody got to be the fall guy. You know,
Bro,
they wasn't fun to fire Kyle Shanahan because Kyle Shanahan is one hell of a coach. So they wasn't gonna get rid of him. So they needed a fall guy, and unfortunately, Steve Wilkes was that fall guy, and they got rid of him.
yeah, I mean, this is the same story that we've seen for years, and I don't want to add any filter to this. If you know, then you understand what I'm going to say. But for years, there's been coaches of in certain fields that took these jobs, and rather they give you a great year of football or they give you a poor year of football, they're gone the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, David Culley comes to Houston. He do what he can with the busted up roster. He's gone the next year.
Right.
They fire him and they let Lovie Smith coach.
Right.
Sugar Daddy Smith
And
gone.
Lovely, I ain't gonna lie, like Lovey Smith had y'all looking pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean,
That season
he's
that
the defensive mind.
they fired
Uh,
him.
yeah, Tampa, the defensive mind, Tampa too. Give you a good look, and he's gonna give you some exotic pressure every once in a while. I thought that if anything, you keep him as a coordinator, right? But you know how it is. Once you're in that head coach position, you don't want to step down to anything less than what you're there for. You pay me to be a head coach, so that's what I'm going to be. I'm not going to be anything less unless you're going to put me in the front office to
Mm-hmm.
some type of general manager duties, and most head coaches don't get that. So yeah, that was kind of the thing, man. I feel like Steve Wilkes kind of fell in that same pod. His numbers were incredible in terms of like what he did for the defense for the year. So,
Mm-hmm.
and we're just going to compare the two. We have Steve Wilkes' defense at 17.5 points per game. And he was ranked number 3 for the entire season. And then we have D'Amico Ryans at 16.3 points with the number 1 defense. One of these defenses go to the Super Bowl, and the other one don't.
Yeah.
We understand why one defense goes to the Super Bowl, and we understand why the other one don't.
Right.
Uh, let's just say,
But I feel like it was pretty even. Like, it's not a big difference between 16.3 and 17 and a half. Like that's not a huge difference. Going from first to third, it's a little drop off, but it's not terrible. You still top 5.
yeah,
So like I said, I don't understand why they would get rid of him. I ain't gonna lie. I hope he comes to the Cowboys, but you know.
you haven't officially signed a coach yet.
Yeah. Huh?
You haven't officially signed a coach yet in
Yeah,
Dallas.
we did. That's gonna be the next topic. We did. We signed Mike Zimmer, but of course, they need assistant coaches. They need coaches to do other things too. So
Yeah,
I
like
wouldn't mind having him in Dallas.
like having him as like a defensive back coach, linebacker, defensive end coach, whatever. You getting
Or come
his
be a DC, come be the assistant DC. I mean,
yeah,
I know like once you're employed with somebody, you can't do a lateral move, but since he was technically fired, it won't be a lateral. So I mean it won't be a demotion because he's coming, because he don't have a job. So I wouldn't
yeah,
mind seeing him come over as the assistant to Mike Zimmer.
that's real. I mean, it could happen. I like Mike Zimmer a lot. For years, man, like Mike Zimmer was behind, the defense with Harrison Barnes. I mean,
Anthony
not Harrison
Barr.
Barnes. I'm sorry, Harrison Smith. I'm hooked on basketball, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm just spitting out basketball
But
names
ready
right
to talk about
now.
NBA All Star Weekend. We're gonna get to it.
Yeah, I'm
We're
trying
gonna
to
get
be I'm
to
trying to beat you to it. I'm trying to beat you to it. But no, so we had Harrison Smith with the Vikings, and then we also had Michael Kendrickson, Eric Kendrickson,
Didn't they have Anthony Barr over there too? He was a lot.
Anthony Barr. Yeah, that was a part of Mike Zimmer's defense. So he's all about. And when y'all hired him, I already knew what it was. Like Mike Zimmer loves an exotic linebacker, someone that can give you pressure, someone that can get out in coverage, someone that he could use as as a solid guy for run support. Hell, he even uses his safeties in the box as run support.
Yeah, he the type that he want to use his safeties to be versatile. Like he want to be able to disguise what they're doing. You don't know if they're gonna rush. You don't know if they're gonna drop back in coverage. So I think that it's gonna be a good asset for us. Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. This past year, our defense was very. Everybody knew what we was doing. They knew that we went on. They knew we were using safeties as linebackers. So like Jordan Love said, like y'all got DBs down there using as linebackers. We finna run through y'all real
I'm
quick.
gonna run the ball. I'm gonna run the ball. I mean, that's simple math. You know, I think that's one of the things that you learn. Like one of the most next level things that you learn when you're in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You count the box, obviously, and when you count the box, it gives you a weak side or a strong side.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, you know, you kind of decide on what the play is that you can run to counter the look that you're getting. I mean, if I see number 27 in the box, we running right at him. We finna flush his ass.
Right.
Because you gotta think you got a right guard matching up and getting to the next level with a safety. We're gonna flush him. And once we flush him,
Because at that point you're too light. Like you're talking about somebody who 205 pounds. Like man, he finna move you out the way. Easy.
Yeah, 205 ain't nothing to a dude that's
That's
6'6".
300 pounds. Like, come on now, that's you
And
moving fast.
And he athletic. He
Yeah.
come through there with something. And your guards are they pretty hefty guys. You know what I'm saying? They can move something. But now, you know, obviously your tackles is another thing, and that was another thing. Whenever they was running those plays against Dallas, they get into the edge. So guess what? Now you ain't got the 6'6" guy that you got to worry about. You got 6'8" that you got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Getting out there on the edge, and he's matching up with your corner, your safety. Once he set that edge, you let a guy like Aaron Jones or AJ Dillon, anybody in y'all division get to the edge with that type of man in the front of them, go give me TMO.
And then the fact that I
TMO.
hate seeing my linebackers getting y'all backpedaling the whole time. Like that man should not be moving you that easily. Like he moving you out the way. Like you furniture.
You
Like,
cleaning
yeah.
you cleaning your cleats. You already got the read. You know what I'm saying? So like at that point, you're doing two things when you read.
Mm-hmm.
You're coming down and you're filling your hole, A, B, or outside the gaps. I'm speaking gaps. I don't want to confuse nobody.
Right.
So you know you're reading. You're gonna read your gaps. You're gonna shoot your gaps. I seen in Dallas. This is a whole lot of cleaning your cleats. The cleats ain't dirty. Y'all ain't got no type of. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got turf and pellets in Dallas.
Boys like
Yeah, man.
They,
It was
they,
crazy.
they was too like
It was hurting my feelings because I was raving about this Cowboys defense, man. I'm running around the city, man. Texas got them boys, man. They between Houston and Dallas, you ain't coming to Texas running the ball like that.
And I'm not gonna lie, like in the beginning, our defense looked amazing because like the first couple of weeks, we can sit here and honestly say defense carried us. They was intercepting the ball, you know, turning it over, getting touchdowns off the pick six. So, you know, I ain't gonna lie to you. It took us a while for our offense to get started. So defense did play well, but when you have issues, like you have a linebacker issue, you light a linebacker. As the season progressed, like you're gonna start playing these teams that can really run the ball. Yep. You know, in the beginning, we wasn't playing a lot of teams that was running the ball. We played majority, probably like the first 5-6 weeks, we played a lot of people who didn't want to, and if they could run the ball, they wasn't for whatever reason. Yeah. But
that's true.
We wasn't playing a lot of people who was running the ball, and so of course the defense looked amazing. You was able to cover up some BS that you had going on, but as you seen, as it got deeper into the season, the Bills ran us out the building. That was embarrassing. Of course, they did okay when we played against Miami. And they did okay when they played against some teams that ran the ball. Like even when we played against the Rams, but I think Kyron wasn't playing at the time. Ain't that his name, Kyron Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't play at the time. So they didn't do us too bad. So I mean, like I said, we did just enough for what we had. But I think that we need to go get us some linebackers for sure.
Yeah, I mean that. I like Mozzie Smith, but I don't think he the answer.
Man, they made Mozzie Smith lose 40 pounds.
Man, he not the answer, man.
Like, how do you make your number one draft pick lose weight. Like we got
Trying
this
to
man to be a defensive tackle.
trying to make him where he could
They said they
get
were trying to make him fast off the ball, but
yeah,
how
but
do you go from weighing 300 something pounds to like 200 something?
yeah, but
That's
this is
like crazy weight drop. That's
yeah,
that's
it
that's crazy weight drop.
is. And like this is I get it, everybody has said. So it's not really, oh, it's not about weight, it's about technique and leverage. And that is true. You can't get somebody that's 285 to get underneath somebody that's 345. It is about leverage. But
Mhm.
when you get chipped and you get double teamed, leverage and all of that goes out of the window. Leverage is one on one.
Not
Leverage is when I
only
get underneath you by myself. When you add a chip, it washes them. You know
Mhm,
what I'm saying? So the chip guy can chip your defensive tackle. Let's just say it's a dive play, right?
mhm.
Um, we know Mozzie like Nas. We're gonna double team him. I'm gonna chip and I'm gonna get to the second level, and my tackle is gonna come up. He's gonna get whatever. If the end decides that he wants to come around, you're gonna let the tackle get to the next level, and we're gonna get one on one with your linebacker. Now, a lot of teams don't really run, you know, fullbacks in the backfield no more unless you're the 49ers.
Right.
So once I'm getting one on one, I'm getting one on one with Tony Pollard, or whatever. And I know I'm just using this as like a whatever type of situation. You get one on one with a guy named Tony Pollard,
Mhm.
and he has shifty feet. Whenever your defensive tackle can't clog a hole, it's a problem, and that's why it was so many so many lanes that were open. Whenever somebody did decide to run, you know what I'm saying. But I felt like so many teams were like trying to be prideful with passing the ball because y'all kept hollering the defense is this, the defense is that, and then we know that y'all got
They're gonna want to try it, but
you got your number one corner out, so why not pass the ball? I'm passing the ball
right.
35 times
But
a
just
game.
to go back to the Mozzie Smith thing, like we already can't stop the run. Why would you make your first round draft pick go lose a lot of weight? Like that don't make sense to me. We don't really have a lot of run stoppers as is. And the one that you did get, you made him lose all the weight. And then, we had Jonathan Hankins come in, but Jonathan Hankins was he was kind of hurt at the end of the year. So we can stop the run. Like my biggest thing is I just hope in the draft this year we go get us a linebacker for sure and get us some tackles that's gonna stop the run.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
feel like that's what Mike Zimmer is gonna that's what he's gonna specialize in. He gonna make sure we get get the defense right. So I'm happy
well,
that he's here and I'm ready to see what he's gonna do, honestly.
Mike Zimmer he likes fast edges. Um, he loves a heavy defensive tackle. So the move of making Mozzie lose that weight may be a situation of having Mozzie gain that weight back. Um, for
Can you
years,
imagine having to do that though? Like
yeah.
after
I
you just
mean,
spent all this time losing weight, now they want you. Oh, well, you know what? We
yeah,
actually want to gain weight back. Like
yeah.
what?
Different coaches though, because from what I remember, at least, it was a guy that goes by the name of Linval Joseph, and I really want to like expound on how big this guy was whenever he played for. Um,
Who's Limbon? Who's that? Let me
Linval Joseph is a defensive tackle, and he plays for the Buffalo Bills now, but he was with Minnesota when Mike Zimmer was the coach there, right?
Mhm.
Linval weighed in at 323 pounds and he ran a 504. So he ran let's just say a 5'4. Call
Mhm.
it for what it is, 504. Uh that's that's damn fast for a tackle.
Right.
And he heavy. So this whole thing of we want you to be fast off the ball, that washes all that garbage. It was something different. I don't know if they were trying to be exotic and hey, we can put him at tackle, and then once we move Micah to standing, we can use him pretty much as an edge rusher. I don't know. I can't say what that was for.
I
I
feel
think
like that
that's
was just I feel like that was just Dan Quinn over there trying to experiment with stuff. Like I said, he over here changing IDBs into linebackers.
yeah. So
Like, you know what I'm saying? So he was just over there experimenting with stuff, trying stuff,
freestyling.
freestyling, just doing stuff he ain't had no business doing.
Yeah, you know how it go. I mean, I felt like he knew it was his last year too.
And low
Regardless,
key, it kind of make you feel like Was you sabotaging us low key a little bit? Like the
I,
BS that you did, like
I don't think he
here's
sabotaged.
my thing with him though. It's like, how do you switch up when you get to the playoffs? You've been running a certain defense all year, but as soon as you get to the playoffs, you try to get cute and go do something different. Like that's one thing I didn't understand.
I feel like he tried to run his defense, but it wouldn't work.
And
um,
they made zero adjustments.
yeah, when y'all lost momentum, I'm gonna tell you, y'all lost momentum the very first drive when y'all lost the coin toss and Green Bay got it, and they marched down the field with no resistance. That's when y'all lost pretty
I
much.
think they lost momentum when they got that when Brandon Cooks on that route when he got picked off. I think that's where they lost momentum because I think they was like, dang, they just scored. We get the ball, and then on the third play of the drive, we interception.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
that was like a momentum shift. Like,
they could have played a role too, but I really felt like Dan lost the locker room, and that's why he was so quick to leave
well,
that.
Dan is in he in DC now. He the ops.
Yeah, well, y'all got the chance to bury his ass, so y'all know what
Oh,
he like.
absolutely, twice a year. We
I'm
listen,
running the ball. I'm running the ball every time.
listen.
Deron Payne, we coming. Just if you lose 10 pounds. I'm running dive all game, dive and trap.
I want to see if he
That's
gonna. I'm gonna see if he gonna go over there and do the same things he did in Dallas. I just want to
I
see.
mean,
It's,
if he don't have guys losing weight, switching positions,
yeah. Taking the DBs, turn them into linebackers.
but he gonna do that because that's who he. I'm gonna tell you right now. He had. I'm just saying some names. Y'all can go Google these names whenever y'all want to. He had Keanu Neal in the box. Keanu Neal's a strong safety. I get it. You want to use your strong safety in the box and allow him to be run support. But when you're using multiple guys, Kazi and Keanu Neal, when you're using all of your talent in the box, and the second that they got a pass, the team goes into a pass and they got to run to their zones,
Mm-hmm.
you're at a disadvantage, man. Let your guys run a too high look. Believe in your linebackers for linebackers. You know what I'm saying? He let Deion Jones play the position. Devondre Campbell didn't look great. I don't know, man. It's so many guys that Dan Quinn got his hands on
Mm-hmm.
that ultimately turned out to be not that not those guys under his defense of scheme,
Right.
and they go elsewhere and they have a solid career. So uh I don't know. We finna see. I mean, I felt like Washington's defense was solid. They gave up hella points last year though. So we gotta see what they're gonna do about that.
I'm ready. Like I said, I'm ready to see him twice a year. I'm not really worried about them. They got. I mean, they had some really good pickups. They got Cliff Kingsbury over there. They took that boy Joe Witt with them. They got some decent coaches over there. Some very good coaches. But I'm not worried about the Commanders. I don't really see anybody being our competition over there besides the Eagles. To be honest with you.
If ain't gonna do nothing but go over there with the old college style plays.
Mhm. They trying
Come
to get Caleb. They trying to get Caleb Williams. That's why they brought Cliff Kingsbury over there. Let's keep it a buck.
yeah, you gotta feed the young man what he need. You can't.
And then
I'm
they
not.
already comfortable with each other. Now I think that's the reason why they did it. Like they know
Well,
each other from college.
that's Lincoln Riley though. You know
Mm-hmm.
he loved Lincoln Riley, and him and Lincoln Riley was together at OU. Lincoln
But
Riley.
wasn't Cliff Kingsbury over there with them too?
I can't confirm, but hey, we got the internet. Let's see.
I thought that was the reason why they brought him in. I thought that he was over there with them as well. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think he had like a big role, but I think Cliff Kingsbury was there
Let's see. You know, it ain't nothing but to find
doing
out.
something. I just started watching college, but I'm pretty sure.
I mean, they saying that Caleb Williams can reunite with them.
See, that's what
Uh,
I'm saying. I know I don't watch a lot of college football like that. I just got into it last year, but I knew he had something to do with him
yeah.
over there.
He worked with. He was a senior offensive analyst.
Oh, okay, yeah. See, yeah, I know a little something.
Yeah. You know your stuff. I was like, I know he ain't had no role like that because
Oh no, he ain't have like no no
better than that. I ain't
DC
finna
offensive coordinator
ain't
type
finna
role.
have
He had a
no
smart role. Yeah, he had it, bro.
no plays. All they gonna do is run spread. We're gonna stop that. Simple cover four. Get to them sidelines. We're gonna let that linebacker whatever do whatever he gonna do in the middle. We're gonna match everything up on the outsides, and we're gonna see if Caleb gonna run the ball, if he gonna throw it. Because you want to be with Cliff Kingsbury.
All
But
right.
we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I love it. I mean, I love Caleb Williams. I don't want this to be like a Dom is bashing Caleb. I'm being polite for what? I'm being
Real.
rude.
We ain't being polite. That's what the show. We are not here to be polite. We're here to give y'all the real.
And
But we're never gonna bash anybody at the same time. We're not gonna bash you, but we're gonna
I ain't gonna bash
a
you.
real honest feeling
I
about
like
about
these. I like these athletes, and I get it. Like, you don't want to get on the internet and watch somebody's show and they're just
it.
talking.
You know what? Honestly, this is totally off of what we was even gonna talk about. But do you think? Okay, so let me phrase it like this.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Bears are gonna give up on Justin Fields, and you think they're gonna try to draft Caleb in number one, or you think that they might try to do something else and let him fall to? Because what number pick does the Commanders have? They got the 3 or the 2? I know they got a top 5 pick.
Yeah, they do, because their record wasn't great at all. I mean, hey, again, we got the internet, and I feel like this is the best thing about doing this. So, there's no reason to lie to y'all when we can just get the answer. So let's go ahead and get the draft order, the NFL
We're
draft.
gonna do a draft show too, sometime before the season starts.
I mean, I would even and guys, this is totally like whatever. This is just me pitching an idea on there. Maybe we can like try to do some draft coverage, like maybe do like an hour or something, do like the first round draft.
Yeah, we could talk about like who
Just kinda
we want, who you
Mhm.
want in the first round, stuff like that, or
Absolutely.
whatever round we got going.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna be real, man. Like, let's see here. We have the Bears going number one, and I've even seen on numerous reports that the Bears are willing to trade out of the number one spot, which tells me
So they would trade back, and if they trade back, how many picks can get the trade back?
they already know that the guy that they want is not gonna go 1-2 or whatever, so they're willing to trade out, and whoever they're gonna get is gonna be available. To me, I don't know.
I guess it just depends on who they trade back with, because if you trade back, that means they flip flop positions, correct?
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, if Washington wants the number one pick, you can have it, but it comes with a great price.
I'll let them have it, only just simply because Caleb have already expressed that he don't want to be there. So why would I draft a guy who has no desire to be here? I mean, that's how I feel about it. Like, I mean, honestly, and I look at it 2 ways, right? I look at it like this. First thing, it used to be an honor and a privilege to even be drafted into the NFL, right?
Yeah. Because it's like 1% makes it or something like that. It's a crazy number.
Right. Now you got players, they getting NIL money in college. So now you got them being vocal about where they are gonna go and where they aren't gonna go to go play. And I think that's kind of crazy at the end of the day. Like
But
I say, it's be an honor and a privilege to even make it to the NFL. Everybody don't make it to that level. So I said, if he didn't want to come to my organization, I'm not gonna I wouldn't draft him. I wouldn't force him. I wouldn't draft him.
Did you know that Eli Manning didn't get drafted by the Giants?
Yeah, I know that. I know that, but still.
So this has been happening for a long time. Now it's just a rarity that it happens. Like, you get drafted, then you force your way. I'm not signing the contract.
Mm-hmm. Simple. So how does that work though exactly? So just hypothetically, we just want to speak hypothetically. If they were to draft him at number one, and he's like, "Oh, well, I'm not signing the contract. I don't want to be here."
I mean, what can you do?
What do they do now? Do they trade to somebody else? But at this point, it's like everybody, because if they wait, say for instance, they wait until the next day. At this point, everybody already have who they want, and they already got who they needed in the draft.
Everybody still got draft capital though.
All right.
You feel me? So if you got
I'm talking about as far as teams that absolutely need a quarterback, they already got what they needed.
They
And
got
then
they
you know,
got
they
that.
go draft a quarterback. Why would they go get two quarterbacks, two rookies, anyways?
They probably won't. I just feel like if that type of a situation does happen, this is just me again. If that situation does happen, I think you do trade him to somebody who absolutely like needs a quarterback, even though like they may have drafted or whatever.
Why does it look like I'm drinking beer though?
You say what?
Got me like him drinking beer. That's
The
that.
wine. Oh yeah, hold on.
That's that
While
prosecco.
you
Oh,
complaining, it is it's shot o'clock. It's shot o'clock. So for all of our fans who's watching, you're over the age of 21. You're able to have a
we
drink.
only promote to people who can drink.
That's it. That is it. I'm not responsible for those who out there underage drinking. That's not what I'm promoting here. But it is shot o'clock. It's been a long week for some of us. It's been a great week for some of us. And this is our way to celebrate that. I feel like we got to continue to celebrate ourselves as individuals.
Celebrate
And
the podcast. You know, this is our second episode.
absolutely, absolutely. Make sure that we always celebrating life. There is things that we can be down about, but we got to realize that at the end of the day, we are still here. We are still active. We still have air in our lungs. That means we are still able to get motion going and make things happen the way you want it to happen. So, yeah, shot o'clock. I got me some Espolon myself. What you got over there, sis?
Hold on one second. I have some prosecco. It's supposed to be like a French 75, and I put a little Hennessy in it because you know, like French 75 is typically
Dog.
it's a French 75 is it's wine, well, champagne and gin, but I put a little twist on it. It's prosecco with a little Hennessy, so
yeah,
that's what I'm drinking.
they
But
can't with you.
we're gonna keep the show rolling. We're gonna get into the next topic. Man, we got NBA All-Star Weekend.
For sure.
It's NBA All-Star Weekend.
This is
It is. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love NBA All-Star Weekend only simply because for me, my favorite part of the NBA All-Star Weekend is a dunk contest. I always look forward to watching the dunk contest. But these last couple of years it's been kind of blah, but you know, I still look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, of course. I can't lie to you, man. Like as a kid, and shout out to Pops too for like even allowing us to see like the actual All-Star Weekend experience, from a fan's perspective and like actually being able to be around people. Like this is the greatest thing. Like if you've never
We're
been
gonna be an All-Star Weekend next year, so
Oh, for sure. We're gonna be a couple of places, guys. So
yeah, we're gonna keep that on the wraps, so we ain't gonna say anything yet.
Yeah, just watch the Instagram page. If it's any place that y'all have in mind that y'all feel that we should go, reach out to us on the Instagram. Hit us in the DM. Let us know, like, hey man, I think that this is a cool thing going on. If there's AAU, anything, if there's anything that you want us to come to and show some support to, if we can squeeze it into our schedules, we will 1000% show up, show the support. Promote the kids on the page or any athlete of any sort. We're all about putting that light on those who can't really get the light on themselves for whatever situation, and that's what we're here for, man. So it ain't just about us. It's about the culture, period. So we want to make sure we obviously get love, but we giving love at the same time. But yes, All-Star Weekend, dope. Celebrities hooping. We had Spiker Parsons out there throwing down dunks. You know what I'm saying? We had Castanet out there throwing a fit because he didn't get to score his little 7 points. I know somebody must have picked the over on him because he had 4 points and he was throwing a fit at the end of the game. The gamblers. But yeah, man, I thought that it was a great game last night, man. It's cool to see these football players actually participate in other sports that they're not commonly known for. But we also have to remember a lot of these football players, baseball players, basketball players were athletes across the board, and obviously they were really good at one sport. They got drafted to play that sport. Russell Wilson is the prime example of that. But Who do you got tonight, sis? We got the dunk contest, we got the 3-point contest, and we got Sabrina versus Steph.
Um,
Who you got for slam dunk contest? I'm going with Macchio, man. I'm going with Mac
I gotta go
again.
with him from last year. Like man, listen,
Man.
he did a really good job last year. To say that he came from the G League, I think it was cool for them to come from the G League and let him come participate in the dunk contest
and win that money too.
I'm going for Mac as well. I hope Mac pull it off 2 years in a row. I don't know. Like, to be honest with you, when I seen Jaylen Brown was gonna do it, I'm like, first of all, Jaylen Brown didn't even be dunking like that during the regular season.
My man, he's stiff as hell, bro.
I'm just like, Jaylen Brown dunk contest, but okay.
But Jaylen might have some now. Jaylen be having some
he might though. But I feel here's my thing about the dunk contest too though. I feel like the reason why we don't get some of these big name players to come in and do it is because a lot of them lack creativity. And I think people be scared because you got to be creative when you do a dunk contest. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel like the best dunk contest we had when it was Aaron Gordon versus Zach LaVine. Like, when I tell you them boys is battling dunk for dunk,
dueling, like,
man, they snubbed Aaron. They snubbed Aaron Gordon. I'm sorry. I feel like Aaron Gordon should have won.
I can't.
This man did a sitting dunk. This man sat down in the air and dunked the ball, like
over the mascot.
While he was twirling
on the hoverboard.
On the hoverboard. Come on, man.
Hey, but look, I don't know if you remember the year that Blake Griffin dunked over the car. That was like one of the.
No, he dunked over the hood. Let's keep it. He ain't dunked over the car. He dunked over the hood.
Hey, bro. If I go dunk and you got your legs out and you laying on a chair and I dunk over your legs, I dunked over your body. Your legs are part of your body. I dunked over you.
Man, that ain't fair.
But it's
dunked over the front of a hood.
Okay, you want to go dunk over a hood of a car? I had a camcorder.
I'm not that athletic. I'm not trying to dunk over the front of nobody's hood.
It's hard, bro. Like, I get it. Like, his athleticism, yeah, he should have jumped over the sunroof. Like, he could have did it. That's just me personally, but I think that Blake was afraid to hit it to get his speed clip. You know what I'm saying? He'd be a moment on ESPN. He'd be on Shaq and the Fool for 10 years. But man, so okay.
I got Mac. I got Mac in the dunk contest, and then I got it's not gonna really. So, before we got on air, we talked about it. You said that Steph, he's competing in a 3-point contest, but he's not competing against the competitors.
Right. So it's gonna be Steph versus Sabrina. So they have their own little situation. So
it's totally separate from what the 3-point contest.
Yeah, because you got the most prolific shooter in NBA history, and then we have the most prolific shooter from the WNBA. Now, we know because we watch a lot of WNBA. A lot of people might not watch. I watch the W.
I only watch the last because of you, to be honest with you.
I know, and it's live. It's good games, bro. So bring them in the parking lot. She just
good point though, honestly, because I was thinking, because at first I'm not gonna lie, I was like, why would she be coming over to the men's All-Star weekend to be doing a 3-point contest? But then I thought about it on a marketing level, like, it's great marketing because it gets people to watch the WNBA's All-Star weekend and to watch their game. So I think that's why they did it. It's more so marketing for the WNBA more than anything. So I think that was I think it's kind of cool. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was like,
"That's crazy."
I want to see her shooting against stuff. Like, they need to keep the men with the men and women with the women. But I think it's cool that they did that. Honestly, I think it's cool.
I'm gonna be real. If she wins,
you think she gonna outshoot him,
bruh? Sabrina, listen. Since you got to think, this is shooting with no defenders. They both got that.
I think Sabrina is the greatest. Steph is the greatest 3-point shooter of all time.
And Sabrina right behind him. I'm not joking. Y'all might think I'm crazy. Next time we tap in, y'all can leave the comments up under there and be like, Nico was trying to tell you something. I'm telling you right now, Sabrina got that strap on her. She pulling from wherever. Defender, no defender. My thing is, I've seen her do.
She might be a little nervous. That stage might be a little big.
Ain't no stage too big. Ain't no stage too big. She played for the New York Liberty. Ain't no stage too big. She played in New York.
No, this is the men's. This is the men's NBA All-Star Weekend. The stage is a whole lot bigger.
What do we always say? New York is the hardest city to play for.
Media wise though, it's just hard because of the media, not necessarily.
So you telling me that the stage is too big for her?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. She might get in her head. There's gonna be a lot of people watching.
Come on, Sabrina. I love Steph though.
So you going with Sabrina?
Feminism. Feminism. I really want her to win because if she wins,
I said okay. So I'm not gonna pick a winner or a loser. I just want to see a good. I want to see a good competition.
I want it to be close. I don't want it to be a situation. I don't want Steph to let upset. Steph, if you can light her ass up, light her ass up now. That's what I want to see.
He might try to go easy though.
Look, you can't go easy because the first thing they're gonna holler, well, y'all know Sabrina Ionescu was just 2 points away from Steph Curry. This is the greatest. You can't do that. You got to go ahead and flush her ass. If you're gonna wash her, wash her.
Not flush her.
You got to go ahead and do what you got to do what you got to do, because if this is close, the first thing that they're gonna do is say she is the next whatever.
You know they was already trying to compare her to Kobe Bean Bryant.
But that's because Kobe has such an impact on her career.
Low key.
When you see Sabrina play, now she ain't getting in the post and doing no shimmy and leaning. She ain't gonna do all of that. Mm-hmm. Now what she will do, you give her the last 45 seconds, a minute and 30 seconds. You kick her that ball.
I'm gonna ask you this.
Yeah.
Because I had this conversation with some other people offline.
Okay.
Do you think that Caitlin Clark is up there with her when it comes shooting them threes? I be seeing that girl shoot from the logo too now. I think she might have some competition with Caitlin Clark coming into the league, because Caitlin can shoot that three. People be hating her, but she can hoop. I'm not gonna lie to you. Caitlin can shoot that three.
Paige from UConn cold too now. She got hurt this year, so a lot of people not saying nothing about Paige.
Mm-hmm.
Paige Cole, we got to keep a pin on her. But I will say this:
so Caitlin and Sabrina,
Caitlin Clark is about to come into history.
She a baby Steph. I ain't gonna lie to you. She might be baby Steph.
And I'm not trying to be crazy when I say this. She's about to make us forget about Diana Taurasi, the way that she shoots. And I love Diana. I don't want this to be a situation.
Caitlin, but she can. I can't deny talent. She can play. She can play. I ain't gonna lie to you.
She can get you, and she's a 3-level scorer. She can beat you at the perimeter. Mm-hmm. She can take you at the midi, and she can take you to the cover if she wants to. This is why she's scoring 50 points a game, because she can get to the line. You know what I'm saying? She can shoot from range. Man, she might be the coolest woman to ever touch a basketball. And nothing against Sue Bird or, like I said, Diana Taurasi or A'ja Wilson. These are just superstar players. I'm just saying that she is going to.
She up there for sure.
She's going to supersede expectations.
Yeah. All right, so let's get back into the NBA All-Star Weekend. So, aside of the Steph Curry and Sabrina's 3-point competition, we got who we got over there? We got Tyrese Halliburton, we got Damian Lillard, we got Karl Anthony Towns, Malik Beasley, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, and Lauri Markkanen. Who are you taking out of that lineup? Who you think going to win? Because I'm going with Dame Time.
Man, I don't know, bro.
I'm going Dame Time. Out of that lineup, I'm going Damian Lillard for sure.
I genuinely feel like this is the livest 3-point competition we had.
Yeah, I forgot about, but I don't know. He kind of streaky to me. I can't really choose him.
Who?
Trae Young. That would be my runner-up. But
I'm about to say I'm gonna go with Trae Young, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna go with Trae Young. Because you got to think 3-point competition is no defense. This is solely just picking the ball up off the rack and shooting it.
All right, but you got to also get into a rhythm too, though. So
you do. Trae Young, and this may sound crazy because we all Trae Young streaky. Trae Young is my number 2 behind Steph Curry. Call me what you want.
All time in the 3-point shooting.
Shooting wise.
I'm talking about not shooting. Well, let's just talk 3-point.
I'm putting him behind Steph Curry.
No, respectfully,
That's what they did in New York, right? Had them boys spitting on them in New York. You gotta understand when
respectfully, no.
people spit on you as a basketball player, you're doing something great. You're doing something to get under somebody's skin. That boy light people up. He ain't going for no
He
two.
do, but I wouldn't give. Excuse me, I wouldn't give him
Like I'm talking
the
just.
best of stuff when it comes to shooting threes.
No. I'm not saying he's even close to Steph. I said he's behind Steph in terms
That's
of
what I'm
like
saying. I'm not giving him second best.
not being afraid. He pulling up from the logo.
He gonna pull it, but he Jackie Chan.
He is Jackie Chan.
He gonna jack up some shots, and that's why I can't respect all the time. Like, take some good shots. Like, I think was that last year?
He don't care, dude.
I think was it during the playoff game when he shot that three all the way from the logo?
And
Now, if
don't
you
get
would have missed that shot, your team would have been at the playoffs. That's the type of stuff I respect.
That's what I'm saying, yo. He got balls of steel and them crazy shots. You like, bro, what are you doing? As he shoot it and it hit, you like, oh, this nigga lost his mind. Are you crazy?
Yeah,
Are you crazy? Like, come on, bro. Like Trae Young, I'm putting him behind.
So tonight you taking Trae Young.
Come on, man.
I'm going Damian Lillard.
You going Dame? Why you going Dame though? It got some other names that I like.
Dame can shoot that ball. Dame can shoot the three. I'm going Damian Lillard. Yeah. I definitely will have Trae Young as the runner-up, and then if I had to pick a third,
it ain't even the third on that list. Tyrese Halliburton ain't gonna hit no. He got a bro jumper.
Karl Anthony Towns ain't gonna be. He gonna be out.
He got a bro jumper.
He gonna be out in the first series.
He might get 15 points, maybe.
Then he might surprise you. Every time you be like, "Oh, this person ain't gonna do nothing," they go out there and bust your head.
Y'all, bet the under. If you know what I'm talking about, bet the under. They got him at 21.5. Bet the under.
And honestly, I don't see Laurie. I watch the Jazz every now and then. I don't really see Laurie.
Hey, Laurie got a shot now. Don't say nothing crazy.
Though I'm not saying I like Laurie. I like Laurie marketing. I'm just saying
Laurie got a strap, bro.
I'm just not knowing him from just strictly shooting three.
That's all he shoot. Laurie gonna shoot that three because you got to think Jordan Clarkson normally he puts defensive pressure on the rim. He kicks out. Who always out there? Long clip, Laurie marketing. Long clip.
I mean, what's his name? Well, every now and then he might. Sexton.
Oh, Sexton a dog though.
Yeah.
Calling a dog. Like he been like that since Alabama.
Yeah.
They played without 5 players on the court, and Colin Sexton almost won that game.
But that's why I'm saying I don't really see. That's why I said I don't necessarily just see Laurie marketing shooting three like that.
Yeah, it is occasional unless he have one of those moments where he come out and he gives you like 10, 15 points in the first quarter. Then they allow him to be like, you know what, you got it. Mm-hmm. We'll play through you. And that happens sometimes, but most of the times, like you said, they are typically playing through Jordan Clarkson and Colin Sexton.
I think it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be fun tonight. It's gonna be fun for sure.
I'm being honest. I think this is the greatest All-Star weekend that we had in years.
Lineup wise.
Yeah, just in terms of like the dunk contest, with McClung, I'm gonna tell you now, don't sleep on Obi little brother.
Jack.
You know Obi in his ear, right? I think Obi Toppin won it one year, or he was close. He was he's like he either was.
I'm underwhelmed.
I don't know why
because I'm thinking about the contestants from last year. I think last year we had Jericho Sims. You had Matt.
That was underwhelming.
Yeah, and
that was underwhelming.
First of all, I was getting secondhand embarrassment from Jericho Sims dunks. I'm not even gonna lie. So what are you doing?
Yeah, you know how even when somebody's singing, you be like, "Come on, you gotta hit this note."
What am I watching?
You gotta hit this note. Yeah, so it's kind of one of them things. Like I'm like, yo, y'all don't even let him dunk his other 2 attempts.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm like with this lineup. It's kind of like I said, I don't really know Jaylen Brown from being a dunker.
Man, look,
I know what
Jaylen Brown too,
but I don't really know about Jaime being a dunker, and I don't know about Jacob Toppin. So I don't know.
I'm be real with you. Jaime Jaquez is one of them ones. Mac, watch your back. Jaime, one of them ones, man.
Hey, Mac did good last year.
Let me say it the right way. Jaime.
The thing about it is, like I said, when you do these dunk contests, like you got to be creative, and if you lack creativity, you're not gonna win. And I think Mac already got the upper hand because he was creative last year. He know what to expect. So
Of
I
course,
think
and
that
you already know he has.
back.
He's gonna have somebody with him, and let's be clear, he's in the G League. He wants this money. He wants this exposure.
He's trying to make a name for himself.
So if you don't think for 2 seconds that this kid ain't been training for the slam dunk competition since tip off of the NBA season, you're crazy.
Who? You talking about Mac?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like out of this lineup, he's already my winner. Like,
yeah.
I seen what he did last year. So
now this might be crazy. If Jaylen Brown win, I don't know, bro. Jaylen might come do something.
He might, but I doubt it.
Jaylen just be too stiff for me, bro.
Exactly. He don't really be doing a lot of dunking.
He ain't got no finesse.
Here's the thing. I think what people be getting hung up on. Just because you dunk hard doesn't mean you can dunk.
Yeah.
You running to the rim, dunking hard doesn't mean that you can dunk. Like,
yeah.
no, you gotta be creative when you do these dunk contests. Like,
I remember when it did used to be about explosion. You know what I'm saying? Like the man who made all of this, like
Westbrook,
a finesse. Well, not even that. Vince Carter. Vince Carter made it to where people want to go between the legs, spin around, do a dunk, hold it behind your head.
Vince Carter has some nasty dunks, though. Let's not even pretend like
that we have never seen. You're doing a dunk that somebody else did.
Yeah, people was trying to emulate him. Like,
I need to see a cartwheel dunk. 50.
Say him.
Give him the 50.
Say him.
You say what?
I said emulate. I said people were trying to imitate. Him.
Yeah, for sure. Vince Carter, I think he's Dominique Wilkins too. Like these dudes, creative dunkers, and then it's just like as time goes on.
The difference between like the Vince Carters and the dunkers now, Vince Carter was doing those dunks in game.
Yeah, he didn't care.
He was in game 360.
Yeah, for real. For real. Like dude was out of his mind.
We talking in game dunks. We're not talking just strictly dunk contests. Like he was in game dunking like that. So that's like I said, just because you dunk hard don't make you a good dunker. I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm gonna be real, man. Like Obi Toppin won in 2022. By the way, I'm saying that now.
You must have been one because I don't even remember it.
Yeah, Obi Toppin. Yeah, I remember that. Though. I remember that. I think like I will say this. I before that, we haven't really got a good because I don't remember Anna Farie.
I'm telling you, after besides that, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine dunk off.
That was 2015, 2016. Before that, the best dunk competition was Blake Griffin. Before that, I would say it was the 2009 Nate Robinson when he was with the Knicks. Before that, that's when Dwight Howard put on the Superman cape. That was like one of the most iconic slam dunk competitions. That was in 2008. So if you're noticing a pattern, every 8 years maybe we may get a good slam dunk competition.
Yeah, they hands down they had the best one. That's my favorite one.
And then like I remember back in '97, Kobe won it, and they didn't do it for 3 years, and then Vince Carter won it in 2000.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it's like you said, it's been underwhelming since then. A lot of these names on this list, you may not even know because I barely know them. Do you know who Diallo is? He used to play for the Thunder.
Say what's his name?
Diallo.
I think so.
Okay, so
Tiago or his name start with a T.
Nah, I don't know his first name, like Hamadu or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know who that is.
Diallo. He had a weird name. Do you remember Donovan Mitchell winning it?
Mm-mm.
See what I'm saying? Like nobody really remembers this shit because it's underwhelming. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do you remember when Glenn Robinson won it?
Nope.
That one was weak too. That was the year after, Aaron Gordon and who was it?
Zach LaVine.
Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine did their thing for a couple of years.
I don't
So
understand why Aaron Gordon don't do it no more, because he actually did it. He did it again after that. After that year, he lost to Zach LaVine, and then he had a very good dunk contest that year too. He lost.
injuries, man.
No, it wasn't injuries.
No. I'm saying like injuries is the real reason a lot of guys don't do it. Like you can break your fingers, fracture your wrists, all kind of stuff. Like when you're trying to do an explosive dunk and you get your wrist caught on the rim because you just got too close or whatever it is. It's a lot of injuries. That's why a lot of people don't do it. Like that's why you never really seen LeBron James do a slam dunk competition. But he's also an explosive dunker. I don't think he's very.
LeBron, not no creative type dunker.
I wish that we got. I mean, even Westbrook, but he's explosive too. He's not like a.
But I can see Westbrook getting creative with it. I can't see LeBron.
I don't think Westbrook.
I can't see LeBron doing no creative dunks.
Nah, LeBron gonna go out there straight on tomahawk.
Yeah, that's it. That's from the free throw
line.
From the free throw line. That's all.
I do like Jordan, but he gonna have his legs back like he is on his shoes. You know how LeBron is. Market.
I would love to see. I mean, not really, but like I said, he's just an explosive dunker to me too. So I don't think that would be a good dunk contest with him.
Who is that?
Zion Williamson. That's what I'm saying. He's just explosive.
I'm not even commenting on Zion dunking.
I don't think he would be it.
He dunked one time. Hell, he gonna be injured for the rest of the year. It's best that he just leave it alone.
Glass house.
I love Zion, bro, and he hooping right now. So let's be clear.
Don't speak too loud, please. Let this man just stay healthy for the rest of the year.
Zion, stay your ass out the court this weekend, brother.
Yeah, just
watch the game and get back to business. Because Zion been low key putting up some silent near triple doubles these past couple weeks.
You know what? One thing we forgot to talk about before we get out of here, y'all. This is gonna be the last topic, and we should have put this in there before we start talking about All-Star Weekend. But anyway,
what's up?
How you feel about LeBron almost getting traded to Warriors?
I told you this off, man. I think that was one of the most bogus things. I think it's great. I think it's great for the ratings, but in reality, what life will we live in if LeBron goes to Golden State with Steph Curry?
Not even what life are we living in. I'm not trading an older player for a younger player. LeBron is going to be out the door in probably another year.
I'm trading LeBron.
I'm not trading.
I want to see how they play. Do you think we watching Steph Curry jack up 18 threes a game now? LeBron drive to the rim and throw it back. Because you know LeBron all about assists now. Save your legs, baby. Drive and kick it back. And we're gonna let Steph shoot it from half court. And we got an extra rebounder with LeBron being 6'8", 6'9".
I don't
shoot the ball, Steph. Shoot the ball. I mean, he doing it right now anyway because Clay not shooting it.
Kyrie, should have been.
Should have been. Bro, man.
No, but
drive anyway.
No, absolutely not. Because if you think about it, like who would have given up besides Klay Thompson?
I mean, you have to send Clay and some.
They probably would have sent Clay. They probably would have sent Kuminga.
No.
Or maybe Wiggins.
Not for Bron.
What? So you just thinking Clay straight up and some picks?
Man, yeah, you give them Clay and some picks because it's already seeming like Clay is. I do you a bigger one. I do y'all a favor because y'all need help. I give y'all Clay and I give y'all Kevon Looney for a couple in a pick, second and third round.
They already got a big man in LA.
Tell me who they are.
Christian Woods and Anthony Davis, and they just got Spencer Dinwiddie.
He ain't no big man.
He big.
You have you looked at Christian Wood production lately in terms of being on the boards?
No, but I'm just speaking in terms of center.
Okay. His
You already got two. So that means at some point that means somebody not gonna play or somebody.
saying Christian with LeBron because he needs to be in the system where he can shoot, and Golden State would allow him to do that. Now you're allowing.
I mean, if we're being honest, Christian Woods is a starter. I don't know why he backing up AD.
Man, look here. You say you don't know why he backing up AD.
AD be playing small ball with me sometimes.
What worlds would you put him?
I'm just saying in general, like he
Oh,
can
okay.
go to any team and be a starter.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying it like AD trash. I'm saying like he can go somewhere else and be a starter.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was like, man, look, we seen what he could do in Houston.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He was starting over there, but
he started taking his backseat role when he went to Dallas, and I don't know. This is grapevine talk, obviously, that we're having in front of our people. He just don't be wanting it enough, supposedly. That's what I heard through the grapevine. That's why he hasn't really, made the breakthrough. Because he should have been starting in Dallas, and you were behind Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell
found his way up out that lineup. Now he don't even start no more.
Yeah, you're a towel boy.
Daniel Gifford is starting now. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good pickup. That was a good pickup for Dallas. Them getting
Daniel being cold though. He was cold in Washington when he was with Kyle Kuzma. Homie gonna give you got doggone 12 rebounds, 16, 17 points, cold double. And he can pass. So he can really give you a triple-double, but he ain't got to worry about passing in Dallas. Luka and Kyrie got that under wraps. You need to worry about grabbing the ball out the cup and putting it back. That's all. That's your only job. Get you a jump shot so you can get out of Luka way. Get you a couple of more attempts a game, man.
I feel like
they're going to win now. They're going to win.
Yeah, for sure, because they got a squad now. But I feel like before that, they were kind of boring to watch to me. Just those two additions to that team brought some excitement over there.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think that's just a Dallas thing, sis.
They play fundamental basketball just like San Antonio. Like they're just a very boring team to watch.
That's my point.
What we talking about? Just they play very fundamental basketball, just like how San Antonio do.
I think he missed my point.
You trying to say
that's just a Dallas thing in general.
No, you
to watch boring football, to watch boring basketball. It's slow. Like the Cowboys had a slow offense, and then they got progressively better. Dallas started off slow. They made some trades,
but Dallas has never really that. I'm talking.
Don't you get on here and say that Dallas has never had no prolific offense.
I'm talking about in terms of Dallas have really had a squad that people is tuning in to watch the Mavericks. Let's keep it buck. Outside of what's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Dirk. Outside of Dirk, who do they really have over there for real that was worth watching?
I mean, that one time you had Jason Kidd.
How many moons ago was that?
You had Jason Terry there.
JT.
Are we talking like all in all?
I'm just talking about like. Okay, for instance, if I say the New Orleans Pelicans. You know it's gonna be an exciting game when you watch it because you're gonna get Zion out there dunking, you're gonna get PI out there playing good, you're gonna get CJ. Like it's like a exciting game to watch. Like it's just certain teams where you can say, "Oh yeah, I'm tuning in to watch them because it's gonna be a good game." But when I hear Dallas Mavericks, I'm not excited to watch the Mavericks.
I am.
I'm not. Unless I'm at the game, I'm not like
Luka got every night. If you want to see somebody give you a 40 ball. Luka Doncic.
I think I'm probably more, and I'm not even a big Spurs fan. I think I'm more excited to watch Wemby than I am to watch the Mavericks.
Man, look here. I'm gonna say this name because ain't nobody ever used his name, and I dare somebody to use it now. Luka the Bazooka is who I'm watching every single week. I'm tapping into the Mavericks games. I'm watching Luka the Bazooka
when I got prize picks money on the line.
Man, look here. I'm watching without prize picks. The dude cold, man. Like if you're not watching Luka,
I'm not taking nobody talents from them. He's an amazing player. Kyrie's a dog, but I'm just speaking in terms of excitement.
Yeah, just like from a fan's perspective.
Yeah, like
saying that it's not great basketball, and I get you because it is slow because Luka plays the point guard position slow in a league where point guard is played fast. I get you 1,000%. Luka is I'm gonna play at my pace and you won't speed me up. And if you try me, I'm gonna give you an extra 10. You speed me up, I'm gonna start pulling threes. You speed me up, I'm gonna start going for the body fouls. If you speed, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let him play his brand of basketball. And when people try to speed him up, it don't always go well for him. You know. I'm a fan though. I'm a fan. Luka the Bazooka. And we standing here first. So if I catch anybody else, then I'm being y'all comments right now.
Not you threatening people already.
I ain't I said I'm in their comments. I didn't say I was going to their city.
No.
I don't want no smoke with nobody.
All right, y'all. But this is the end of the episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. As always, like, share, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram. It's polite for what _sports. And we have the same handle on YouTube. So make sure you guys follow us to keep updated what we're gonna be doing. Starting next week, we are gonna be doing live shows. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Give y'all a chance to interact with us live in real time. So thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see y'all the next time. Bye.